cardboard box near the closet like it has since May 3 months ago. Somehow I can't quite bring myself to put the pictures back on the desk, or the stuffed animal Dahlia got me when I was 3 back under the bed. Unpacking that last box feels too much like admitting defeat. I blink at the light streaming in through the window, trying for the 100th time this summer to make sense of finding myself back here, 10 steps behind where I started. No real career, no friends, no fiancé, no you. I swallow hard, fighting back the urge to call or even to run across the adjoining yards and lay eyes on you. I want to, desperately, but I hold myself back. You've made it clear that you don't want anything to do with me anymore, so instead of doing anything, I just stand here. Mom is already up, which is unusual, especially given how late she stumbled in last night, the heavy clomp of her shoes unsteady on the linoleum, keys tossed in the vague direction of the kitchen table. I can hear her shuffling around the kitchen, the faucet turning on, then off again. She's talking to someone on the phone, mumbling too low for me to hear. It probably means your mom is on the other end of the call. After our fight, after I moved back in, their conversations got quieter, like they didn't feel right about being best friends anymore now that their daughters weren't. I stay in my room until the mumbling stops, and then for a few minutes after, not quite ready to face the awkwardness, the stilted air that's existed between Mom and me for the last 3 months. The weight of questions I can't bring myself to answer. She knows what happened, of course. In a town like Riverside, the story of what I did spread far too quickly to intercept. She's had the good sense not to bring it up, but I can still feel her eyes on me all the same. Can almost feel her catching the questions as they're about to trip off her tongue. Why did you do it? Why did you ruin everything? On the bedside table, my phone vibrates with a text. I ignore it too, but only for a few seconds. I can feel my eyes sliding toward the screen like a magnet. There was a time when it almost never stopped buzzing. Between Instagram notifications and a near-constant stream of messages from you, Skylar, Austin, and the girls at work, I used to relish what little quiet time I could get. But no one texts me anymore. Not really. Just girls asking me for shift changes at Southern Moon or Mom letting me know she won't be home. I grab the phone and look at the screen. Skylar Weller. One new message. I swallow hard at the sight of her name. There used to be a little pink bow emoji next to it that she entered herself when she put the number in my phone almost 6 years ago, but I deleted it last month, so now it's just Skylar Weller. Curt and businesslike. Skylar used to call me 3 times a day, but she doesn't communicate with me anymore unless she absolutely has to, so I know it must be important. Reluctantly, I open the text and stare for a second too long. Did y'all hear? Another fire last night. Dead body this time. I frown at the screen and study the text more closely, rereading like it will say something different the second time. She's sent it to the Southern Moon Manager group chat, I realize, as the replies start rolling in and names I've barely seen all summer flash across my screen. I'd assumed that they'd created a separate group chat that didn't include me for swapping gossip, and that they were only using this thread to exchange professional info, but maybe I was wrong. That or Sky was too eager to send the message and selected the wrong chat by mistake. Britt. I haven't heard anything, are you sure? Melanie. Shock emoji. Sky. I think you mean dead emoji. The arsons are the only thing anyone in town has been able to talk about since they started, and it seems like there's a new rumor spreading about them every day. Last week at the store, I heard someone say they were a government conspiracy, set to drive everyone out of their homes so the land could be sold to a developer. The truth, which no one will admit, is that the fires are the first interesting thing to happen here in years, decades probably. 3 weeks ago, a news crew even came from CNN to get footage of the burned-out husks where houses used to stand. There's a buzz in the air, passing through Riverside and out to the neighboring town Sherman Hill like an electrical current. Whispered conversations rippling as far out as Atlanta, 60 miles away. Under-the-table bets being placed at the hardware store about who they are, and whispered gossip at the hair salon. The word arsonist all but rising up from the ground itself. Marley? Mom calls out from the kitchen. Her voice sounds hoarse.